High school football, Sierra came into today's game against Denver East with a 2-0 record. They have outscored their opponents 109-0. Plenty of offense again for the Stallions, but it's the defense that does the scoring. Corey Krause blocks the punt. Otis Johnson scoops it up. He is in for the touch. 22-6 Sierra at that point. Tell you what, the fans loved it. On Sierra's next possession, they strike again. Lee Holloway gets the corner, cuts upfield. Forget about it. He is gone for the score. Sierra wins big over Denver East, 43-6. And Coronado shut out Harrison 45-0 in 5A, and in 3A, Manitou Springs beat Buena Vista 37.
Pomona Pitzer today in Colorado Springs. They're the winner over the Tigers 42-35. One high school football game to report in this afternoon. Sierra big time over Denver East. And
we've got three teams that are maybe sometime in the very near future about ready to crack the #1 spot in the state. We have three teams ranked #2 in the state in 3 different divisions. So there are a lot of area teams playing some good high school football early in the season, and we're going to focus on one of them this evening. Tonight we're going to look at our #2A2 team in 5A ball. That's the Sierra Stallions. Behind a veteran defense and an explosive offense, the Stallions have rolled through their first 3 opponents. And this afternoon, our guy Gerton spent some time with Coach Jim Smeltzer and his team.
You got to get that man, son. You got to stay outside. You cannot get caught up inside at any time.
the Stallions are off to another superb start, 3-0, ranked #2 in the state and co-leaders of the Class 5A South Central League.
We're just all committed. We're all in great conditioning, and we got the intensity and desire to win this year.
Our 58 bootleg pass. Our 58 bootleg pass.
Once again, Sierra is blessed with great speed. They are a young team, but determined. Although they lost several players, including top running back Pat Ingracia, to graduation, the offense has responded and is now #2 in the league. But the real story so far has to be the defense. 10 defensive starters are back from last year's team that went 11-2. It's no wonder that these guys, after 3 games this year, are the #1 ranked defense in the league.
They've been playing real strong ball. They've given up 1 touchdown in 3 games, and that's definitely our strength right now.
I think it's because, you know, we have such a family-type organization for defense, and that's why, you know, everybody knows each other's moves.
The rest of the South Central League should beware. This young, undefeated Stallion team can't help but improve with each week. Before it's over, they may well wind up better than last year's state semifinal team. At Sierra High School, Guy Gerton, Eyewitness Sports.
All right, Class 5A, the Cadets hosted #2 Sierra. Tell you what, Stallions are one tough team this year. Sierra's ground game doing it. Robert Johnson goes 12 yards to the 5-yard line. Their academy's still smiling, but not for long. Next play, Mike Borgia scores. They missed the 2-point conversion. It was 34-6. The Stallions stay unbeaten, knocking off Air Academy 40-6. Down in
high school football, Sierra put its undefeated record on the line tonight at District 20 Stadium against Air Academy. Their record will remain undefeated. Big crowd on hand, too, at this game, and was over at halftime, really overpowering Sierra offense. Stallions win at 40-9. Defense has only given up 15 points this season so far. Tough loss for the Cadets. Sierra is now 4-0 on the season, and there's the final. Elsewhere, Wasson over to...
All right, to the prep ranks we go. Big South Central League matchup between Sierra and Pueblo South. This was South's homecoming, and were they in for a rude awakening? Our Vince Greco has the story.
Dutch Clark Stadium looked like one big corral as the Colts and Stallions were both undefeated heading into today's contest. The Stallions rode their way to an early lead, a lead they would never relinquish. First time Sierra had the ball, Brian Bethel gallops 44 yards. The extra point is good. That made it 7-zip. After Sierra scored a couple more times on the ground, they air it out. Matt Nispel finds Lee Holloway. He makes a nice catch. Look at he sidesteps the tackler, 20 yards, 36-0, Sierra at the half. Traditionally, this cannon rings out every time South scores a point. Today, however, it was deathly silent. By halftime, Sierra had rained on the Colts' homecoming parade. Pueblo would eventually get on the scoreboard, but this one was a sleeper as Sierra remains undefeated. They win today 62-7.
When they're doing their jobs, it's easy for us. You know, my grandma can stand back there and throw touchdown passes, and a cripple could run 60 yards.
Vince Greco, Sports 13.
Oh, I like that. Let's check out other high school action. Harrison over Pueblo County today.
Smith back in the lineup. That's good news. High school football, the battle of the unbeatens in Class 5A took place at Dutch Clark Stadium today, and Sierra trounced Pueblo South 62-7. What a game for the Sierra Stallions in a rainy day in Pueblo today. And look at Sierra. These guys are unstoppable. Matt Nespel, the quarterback. Nice catch from Lee Holloway. And Lee dances down the sidelines in the mud, stays in bounds, and scores the touchdown. Sierra just could be for real. The Stallions are now 5-0. The Colts dropped to 4-1. Their first loss of the season. The Finals.
All right, to the Preps. There was bad blood today between unbeaten Sierra and Pueblo South. They got into a little skirmish during the pregame, and that may have helped the Stallions wake up. They roll 62-7. First quarter, Sierra quarterback Matt Nespel looks and finds a wide-open Mike Foamy for the touchdown. Sierra was on their way 16-0. Stallions not horsing around today. First play of the second quarter, Otis Johnson scores on the sweep, 22-0. They roll 62-7 thanks to a wake-up call by the Colts.
Conduct of the South team got us up, pretty juiced up during warm-ups, the way they treated us, and it kind of worked in a reverse role for them that they did that, and I can almost thank them for it.
High school, I'll tell you folks, Sierra is playing some serious football. In today's Class 5A battle of the unbeatens, the Stallions trounced Pueblo South 62-7. South's first loss. Rain in Pueblo made it muddy at Dutch Clark Stadium. That doesn't stop Sierra. Quarterback Matt Nispel to Lee Holloway. Nice catch, and then he tiptoes down the muddy sideline. Touchdown. Sierra is now 5-0. The Colts drop to 4-1. And what a game. 62-7. Sierra continues to romp. Elsewhere in high school.
Tonight we continue our high school football scouting series with a look at the Sierra Stallions. They could go all the way. Jed Jackson has more.
The Stallions don't like taking bows, but the numbers don't lie. 11-2 last year, 5-0 this year, when Sierra has outscored opponents by an average of 50-4. One Rocky Mountain News writer called them the best high school team in Colorado, period. And they're deep.
We've been fortunate enough to have a rotating system where they play. Doesn't make a difference what scores, they just roll in and out. And so our strength is our depth right now because we've acquired that in the first 5 games.
You're blaming the defense for a lot of your success.
Yeah, I am. I'm saying that if they keep playing like that, we may win another one.
The team really focuses together as a unit, as a family, and we've just been having a great time.
Next up for Sierra is 1-4 Centennial. They'll play at Harrison Stadium Saturday at 1.
Yeah, they just got back their starting quarterback, and you know they came up pretty strong against Central last week, and we're just going to have to take them just like South.
They took Pueblo South 62-7. That's right, South. I'm Jed Jackson, 11 Sports.